Welcome, and here we go again. And today I will be taking a look at how I would have handled Doctor Who Series 12. Before I do that, I want Dr. Cool back on the channel. You know, Dr. Cool is an icon. He is a staple of this channel. He has been in about 150 of our 400 odd videos, so you know, he's a big part of it. He's a big part of our channel. So I'm going to leave him a message. See if he responds. Hello, Dr. Cool. It's Miss Lewis Moon here. You're on the Mr. Lewis Moon YouTube channel on a new video, and I'm recording this message right here on one of the videos before I talk about Series 11 and moan about it again. And yeah, just wanted to make sure you're okay. Just wanted to let you know you've been in 150 of our videos on this channel, which is quite a monumental achievement. Look forward to doing the podcast tonight and all that. See ya. There we go. Left the message. Let's see if he responds. Now then, how would I have handled Series 11 differently? So today I've jotted down a few things that I would have done differently about Series 11. Because Series 11 is the bane of our fandom. It's the thing that split everyone apart and just destroyed this fandom. Anyway, the fandom's back on track at the moment, and we did a watch along with Heaven Sent, and again that was great. Got a watch along of Stolen Earth Journey's End on Sunday, and I'll be doing a bit of a video about that tomorrow. So it's back on track, but it did destroy the fandom, and that's because it was a very polarizing series. It had a lot of controversy about it. It did a lot of controversial things. Not only that, but it also didn't do anything bold. I mean, if you look at Series 12, you've got the Timeless Child whole arc, which changes completely the fundamental values of Doctor Who. The Doctor isn't a Time Lord, and all that. And you had Ruth Doctor come in, and just our whole perception of the show twisted. Whereas here, there wasn't anything bold going on. There wasn't anything different. It felt like very substandard Doctor Who, in the way that Chris Chibnall described the 1980s episodes back on a chat show called Open Air. And it felt like they were just very generic stories at best. They were just stuff we've seen before regurgitated. So past the fact that Jodie Whittaker's Doctor was a female, which was a very controversial decision, and one I think was a good decision to make, whilst I'm not a fan of Jodie's Doctor in that series. I think Series 11 played it way too safe. It just did individual stories, which was a bit of a mistake. Didn't even have a proper finale. It was just 10 really unconnected stories with little to no character development. Not really any strong character arcs. Chibnall said he wanted to do character arcs instead of story arcs, yet Yaz didn't get any development. The Graham and Ryan stuff was half-baked at times. I mean, Ryan didn't even get to show his grief for Grace. So, I think, first of all, I would have cut out Ryan from the team. I think I would have had Graham and Yaz as the two members of the team. And if you had to do this grandchild, granddad relationship, then you could have Graham and Yaz as that relationship. But I think cut out Ryan entirely because he's a weak link. Not many people actually like him. Whereas Yaz shows a bit of promise in her character. She's not great, but there's promise that she could be a much better companion than she already is. She's just very underdeveloped. So if you got rid of Ryan, I think you could have two quite promising companions going down there. I would have 13 in it, still played by Jodie Whittaker, but I'd have her show more of the darker side of the role that we saw a bit in Series 12. And I think I would have showed different sides to her, because she was very eccentric, and I think they played her too safe as a Doctor too. It felt like at times they didn't want to offend anyone. It felt like they were just being. They just played it safe. They just made the most simplistic stories, and they went with really PC stuff, which at times was very controversial. I think Jodie Whittaker's Doctor is it shows promise at times, but she's just very one sided here. And while I like that they developed her a bit more in series 12, I kind of wish they did that development a bit earlier. And actually, the companions get more focus here than the Doctor, which, they should get equal focus. The Doctor didn't get any development whatsoever, and the companion development wasn't very good anyway. So if you take a look at series 1 and 5, I say about this playing safe things. They did quite simplistic, easygoing storylines, but they tended to show a bit of originality. They had a flair of direction. They had a flair of a new take, a new style, a new tone, and they felt fresh as series. They felt like we knew what path this era was going to take. We knew what tone this era was going to take. And they were good tones. Whereas here it feels like a very childish tone to the series. And while childish can be good, as in series 5 of the show, which was Matt Smith's first and Stephen Moffat's first, which has a very fairy tale-like feel, in this case, it was way too childish. It felt like a CBBC program. It felt like Sarah Jane Adventures, but rubbish, and that's a bit annoying. It completely, like Torchwood Series 1, didn't understand what it meant to be an adult show. Doctor Who Series 11 didn't understand what it meant to be a family show. So I think they shouldn't have done so much sort of. They should have made it a bit more appealing to other generations. I think there should have been a story arc. I don't know what that would be. I would have, done something maybe leading up to the Daleks' appearance, teasers of the Daleks appearing, as well as character arcs. I think character arcs would be good. I think they should have slotted in a character arc for Yaz. Maybe have her family find out about the TARDIS and her adventures, have her family a bit more recurrent and a bit more relevant, and a bit more developed too, because her family are crap. I mean, they just pop up. Sonia's just a stereotypical teenager character with no sort of character about her, and then Hakim just goes on about conspiracies all the time. So they're really annoying, and I think you could have built that up, and you could have had a really good arc of Yaz trying to balance her home life and personal life and everything. So I would have had Grace not killed off at the start. I don't know. I think there should have been some other thing that spiraled. I mean, you could have had Ryan being like Graham's, I don't know, Yaz's brother or something, and had him killed off in the first episode. And I think Grace should have popped in now and again. If not, have Yaz's family as the recurrent family. Have more returning threats and more references to the past, because I think that really alienated viewers with the lack of sort of fans with the lack of references. I think with the RTD and Moffat eras, it tries, it does some references to the past. However, they're subtle and they're nuanced, and they're just sort of there. They're not. There's not sort of. You don't need to understand them if you're a new viewer. So I also would have had the Daleks in the finale. I wouldn't have had Tim Shaw in the finale. I wouldn't have had Graham's revenge arc because it didn't go anywhere. If I was going to have Tim Shaw in the finale, I'd have made him threatening. I would have made Battle of Ranskoor a prequel to Ghost Monument. I would have actually set it during the battle. I would have had Graham actually kill Tim Shaw and question his morality and feel guilty for it. I wouldn't have him called Tim Shaw, and I'd have more than one stanza, and I'd get rid of the arcs. Because that would be a good episode if you changed it completely. Or just have an episode with the Daleks, That'd be good. I would have liked there to be a returning villain, whether it be a Dalek or whether it be another sort of more obscure villain from Classic Who. Like the Sea Devils or the Celestial Toymaker or something. It would have been fun, or the Meddling Monk instead of Krasko and Rosa. So yeah, I would have gotten rid of a few of the episodes. I would have switched them about. I would have gotten rid of Arachnids in the UK and switched it with something better that is still set on Earth. I would have had the Ghost Monument a bit more threatening and challenging. I would have had Saranga gotten rid of. I would have completely changed Battle of Ranskor, if not destroyed it. And I think I'd make major changes to the other episodes too. Every episode has major flaws, and I think those are the things that could have made it better. I think completely change Series 11, and then it would be a good series. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be taking a look back at the RTD era and why I consider it to be the best era of New Who. And then on Friday, I will be taking a look back at a random Doctor Who episode in my random review series. And then on Sunday, I think I'll do something a bit more fun. Because why not? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. I will be back tomorrow. See you later. And have I got a message back from Dr. Cool? No, I haven't. We'll find out if he sends one tomorrow. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye.